Hey everybody, Spiritual Whistleblower here with another video on narcissistic abuse. How is everybody doing? Happy February. You better be productive because we are moving quite quickly through 2022. And I know last year, 2021, I remember this time last year, I made a vow. I said I'm going to be super productive from the beginning of 2021 to the end. And I absolutely set out to do what I wanted. That applies to this year too. So I just want to encourage you all, whatever goals that you have, stick to them, expedite, carry on, no matter how many distractions, because the devil will come out to distract you when you are doing great things with your life and you're staying productive and busy and minding your business. So if you need phone coaching, you're having any type of issues, family, friends, your lover, baby daddy, baby mama, your spouse, the link to book appointments with me is pinned in my comment section and description box. I have 15-minute, 30-minute, 1-hour sessions, and I do take international clients. So you guys book your appointment today, all right? So today we're going to talk about the narcissist ideal victim. Who is the narcissist ideal victim? Well, if the narcissist had his way, he would drag you, the empath. He would take you with him the entire long haul. But what usually happens is the people that stick with the narcissist in terms of romantic relationships are narcissists too. They're narcissists or toxic codependents. They're just as addicted to the drama as the narcissist is. And what happens, the narcissist will target an empath, a super empath, with the hopes of turning us into a toxic codependent. Now, we already have codependency issues. We all do, because we were raised by one or both parents, and your parents were narcissistic. So your parents trained you to be codependent, which is why you're attracting the narc, because the narcissist is nothing more than your mother and father reincarnated. You've normalized your parents' behavior and you've transferred it into your romantic relationships. And you have to break that pattern by cutting your parents off. And that's something that a lot of people are not ready to do. But that's the secret that all these life coaches are not teaching y'all, is to cut off the root of what is causing you to jump in your toxic relationships. Your mother and father are your original abusers. There's no way in hell that you can possibly maintain a relationship with them and try to heal at the same time. I don't care if you move to the other side of the country and you talk to them on the phone with limited contact. All contact must be severed. All access must be denied. They must be blocked. If you have to get a restraining order against your mother and father, that's what you got to do. And a lot of y'all are not ready to do that type of work, but you want to heal. You ain't going to heal till you get rid of the root of your problems. Your mother and father are the root. So, like I said, the narcissist ideal victim is toxic codependent. Now, we as empaths, we are codependent when we're getting into these relationships. And we're trying to figure out how we got into the relationship, where did we go wrong, how to break it, how to prevent, from jumping into a new relationship with another narcissist. Well, you hear about the 3 components of an abuse cycle of a narcissist, which is love bombing, devalue, discard. But what I'm going to do today is really break things down in an intricate manner so that we can dissect each component, the love bombing, the devaluation, the discard in detail, so you have a greater understanding of what is actually happening to you inside of that relationship. And why, I know it hurts because you love this person, but it's pointless carrying on the pain and trauma, because they're going to abuse everybody they get with. What you need to do in your healing process is heal your ego, because that's what's really hurt. It's your ego more than anything. And that was done intentionally. The narcissist wanted to downplay your greatness, water you down, treat you like shit, because they wanted to bring you down to their level. That's how they feel about themselves. And then they get with a new partner, and that partner is narcissistic and toxic. And this new partner, a lot of you ladies are like, why is she studying my Facebook? Why is she wearing her hair like mine? Why is she wearing hats like me? Why is she wearing her coat? Why does she buy the same car? Why is she copying my status? Because female narcissists have no identity. And also, too, he's in her ear 24/7 talking about you, making her jealous, which is causing her to study your Facebook, your Instagram, your YouTube. And she's taking notes like, what is it about this woman that he will not shut up with? He's supposed to be happy with me. So instead of her being a woman of a self-respecting woman with dignity and high morals and walking away and leaving him alone because he can't stop talking about you, she decides to stay with him and attack you and stalk your social media and copy everything you do. She's trying to morph herself into you. That's what female narcs do. So let's talk about the narcissist ideal victim. This is what your narcissist is trying to turn you into. He's trying to morph you into what he wants you to be. So I've broken down into 10 different components into detail. So y'all follow me, okay? So let's go. Number 1, let's talk about love bombing. Number 1 is excessive flattery. And how does he flatter you? Sex, lots of sex. Money, gifts. We're going to get married. I can see myself spending the rest of my life with you. My exes are crazy. You know, when he talks bad about his exes, that is the sure sign for you to get out immediately. You shouldn't even be sleeping with him. The moment that he talks bad about any of his exes, baby mamas, I don't care, run like crazy. Because eventually you will be added to that list when your relationship ends with him, believe it or not. Never let a man sit up and talk bad about his exes in your presence. Okay, so of course, we know that he has to flatter you in order to get in with you. And how does he do that? He also has to hold up a mirror to you. He's mirroring you. Again, he's a male narcissist. He has no identity, ladies. So he's actually morphing into you in order to flatter you. He's mocking your good manners. He's mocking your charm, your personality. He has to turn into you in order to impress you, if that makes sense. So the mirroring combined with the gifts, excessive sex, and the future faking, talks of marriage and future plans, that's how he's going to lock you. Number 2, isolation. Isolation. Now, he can do this in 2 different ways. In my last relationship, my ex got me to relocate thousands of miles away from my hometown. And I normally wouldn't do this for any other man. Like I said, he was a childhood friend. I poured so much trust into him because we're childhood friends. I would never in a million years think he would deceive me the way that he did. I relocated and moved in with him and his mother. Never, ever move in with a man, especially if you live out of state. Don't do it. And don't you dare move a man in to your place, ladies. You work hard for your apartment, your car, your kids, your stability. You move him in, he's going to fuck your shit up because he's not stable. He doesn't have his own shit. But what he's going to do, he's going to come into your house and he's going to think that he can run your house and tell you what to do and abuse you on top of that. And he will be cheating. And now you got to deal with the squatter situation. Because he has stayed longer than 30 days, he now has squatter rights. Don't do it. Don't move a man into your house, and don't you move in with him, especially if he lives with his mother. Huge mistake I made. What he's planning to do is isolate you. He wants to get you away from your friends and family. He wants to corner you so that he can mold you the way that he wants, away from everybody, so none of your friends or family can distract you or influence you or get in your business and say, hey, this is a bad guy. He has to isolate. Now, let's just say you both live in the same city and you have your own place and he has his own place, or if he doesn't live with his mama, I guarantee he lives close to his mama. They don't move far away from their parents whatsoever. Isolation. So what he'll do is he will date you. He'll come visit you at your apartment, but he still will work on pulling you away from your social life and your friends. Doesn't matter. Don't move in with him. Don't let him move in with you. And if you have your own everything, do not allow him to dictate or tell you what to do with your social life or your friends. Don't lose your friends or your social life over a man. Narcissists are quick to do that immediately. They pull you away from anybody that could distract or get in your head and say, hey, this is a bad guy. He's no good. The next one is building. Number 3, building or destroying your alliances. Again, that's what I was just talking about. What he will do, if he feels your friends are super smart, independent, and they don't take shit off of men, he will move to pull you away from your friends. However, if your friends are toxic and narcissistic, he will become friends with them. He will build alliances with them, because trust me, when you break up, he's going to reach out to these very same friends, and these friends are going to turn on you. So he's going to build or destroy your alliances based on their own behaviors, if they're narcissistic or toxic. And this is where the smear campaign will reveal if your friends are really on your side or if they're on the side of your narcissist, including your family. So he will move, and your alliances also include your family members. If your family members are like, no, get away from him, he's going to not deal with your family. But if he can detect that your daddy was abusive and a cheater and your mom is a narc, he will build an alliance with your parents so that everybody can work together to keep you stuck in the same spot after the breakup. All right, what's next? Number 4. Introducing you to his family to reinforce the trauma bond. Now, again, there was a time where meeting a man's mother and his family was deemed special, not with the narcissist. If he's bringing you to meet his family, that is to reinforce the trauma bond, because he wants you to believe you're so special. You're so special that you get to meet his mother and his family. But what you don't understand is that his family is in on the gig. His family is helping him cheat. His family has helped him to destroy many other women before you. The family is staying connected to all the toxic baby mothers and the women, the side chicks that are toxic and narcissistic. So you're walking into a snake pit. But by you meeting the family, he wants you to feel extra special, and that reinforces the trauma bond. Oh, I must be special. He doesn't usually take everybody to meet his family. Yes, he does. His mother knows everybody that he's sleeping with, including his side chicks. Don't get caught up in that. Number 5, reducing the gifts and money. Okay. Reinforce intermittent reinforcement, however you say it, correct me if I said it wrong. Intermittent reinforcement or reinforced intermittence, whatever. It's when the narcissist starts to pull back on the love bombing to groom you into accepting breadcrumbs of attention. And he's also training you to start reciprocating more. He's going to pull back on giving you money and gifts, and you're going to be the one paying the bills. You're going to be the one coughing over your money, allowing him to use you up and deplete you. So it's just a technique where he's training you to be a submissive doormat and to be happy with the little bit that he gives you. Because at this point, now that you're secure in the relationship, he's going to start putting his money in his pocket. He needs his money to take his side chick out on a date. That's his future supply. Or he needs his money to buy his baby mother a gift so that she could be quiet while he's cheating on you. His money has to be used on his addictions, his sex addiction, his subscription to his porn. He watches, porn and different types of things. So he has to pay for that, his subscription. He needs money. He needs money for his drugs. He needs money for his alcohol and weed, his gambling addiction. He can't be spending his money on you when he has to tend to other things that help him build and gain supply from others. So reducing your gifts and money and training you to be the giver and paying all the bills and paying for all the dates. It's a switcheroo technique, and it's really sneaky. It's covert. And you think, hey, I'm building a future with this man, so it doesn't hurt if I pay for things every once in a while. Yeah, you're going to be paying for everything in a minute at the rate you're going. Number 6, reprogramming you to become his slave. He is training you to be a lapdog. He's training you to be a doormat, to tolerate him coming in late, not to question him where he's been in the streets. If he takes your car and you don't know where he's been for several hours, don't you dare ask him anything. He's going to train you to tolerate his behavior. And where does he get this from? He obviously saw his mother and father go through the same thing. His father more than likely dogged his mother out and normalized that behavior. So he is now bringing that into your relationship and teaching you and hoping that you are compliant the same way that his mother was compliant. His mother was toxic codependent. Okay, so that is the goal, for him to break you down into his personal slave. You are to cook him 3-4 meals a day. You are to wash his clothes. You are to allow him to take your car whenever he wants. He needs access to your bank account. You are to pay his cell phone bill. You know, he's training you to be at his disposal, beck and call. You are to give him sex whenever he wants. He is going to drain you. Okay? Number 7, using your resources as his own. Again, using your car. Ladies, some of y'all are nurses. You nurses work very long hours, 8 to 12 hour shifts. Guess what? He gets him a side chick, and while you're at work, because he doesn't have a home of his own or he lives off his mother, he's going to tell the side chick, I'm going to come pick you up. He's going to take your car to go pick up his side chick, and he's going to sleep with her in your bed. He's going to tell her that your apartment, your beautiful home, your beautiful apartment, because I know you got good taste. I know your living room looks beautiful. Your house is beautiful. It smells good. He's going to tell his side chick, this is where I live. He's going to be sleeping with his side chick in your bed while you're at work and driving her around in your car. Oh, yeah. So he will claim your resources, your car, your home, your bank account. He will tell everybody it's his. Absolutely. Narcissists claim other people's property. Number 8, he will gaslight you. He will sleep deprive you, and he will record you. Narcissists are notorious for recording secret conversations. They love to take photographs of you while you're asleep, record you in your sleep, gaslight you, start arguments and record you to use it against you. Revenge porn, leaking your photos on the internet, sharing them with his friends. Sleep deprivation, deliberately waking you up, preventing you from getting a peaceful night's rest to deplete you of energy. Having excessive sex to drain you. Running the TV vacuum cleaner all night to keep you up. They do different things to deprive you of sleep, and that is intentional because they want you to be drained and have no energy to do anything. So if you're tired all the time and you're at home, he can go out in the street and cheat and do whatever he wants because he knows you're too tired to do anything because you're at home trying to get some rest after he has kept you up all night. Gaslighting, deliberately starting arguments so that he can go out and cheat, falsely accusing you of cheating. It's all control. Okay. And what else did I say? Stonewalling, invalidating, you have a great day at work, you get a pay raise, you come home and tell him about it. He's happy because that pay raise means it's more money to him, but he's secretly jealous of you. So this devaluation is him just chipping away and breaking you down at this point. And he uses these different techniques to do so. Number 9, forcing you to accept his cheating. What happens? This is where the triangulation usually gets, it's more blatant because he has to really smear the ex that he's sleeping with behind your back. That's how he introduces her into your relationship, by smearing her and bad-mouthing her. But then it becomes excessive and you're like, wait a minute, if she's so bad, why do you keep bringing up her name? Well, he's doing that so that you can get familiar with her being in the picture. Because what's going to happen down the line, you're eventually going to find out he's sleeping with her. And then he's going to try to pit y'all against each other and put you in a position where either you got to break up or he's going to force you, he'll force you to break up if he doesn't break up with you because he wants you to accept his cheating, his infidelity. He wants an open relationship. All narcissists do. All narcissists want an open relationship, bottom line. So if you don't accept it, he's going to sleep with her and get in a new relationship with her to punish you for not accepting that open relationship. Okay. Number 10, using his alliances against you to reel you back in. So the whole relationship, he has been strategically gathering his alliance of friends, family, flying monkeys, his side chicks. He is turning these people against you. And if you have any toxic people around you, your family, your friends, your girlfriends, and they're narcissistic, he will work to turn them against you too. Because once you do not accept the open relationship invitation and you catch him cheating and you're done with him, he has to smear you, and he's going to get that alliance of people, even the people in your family, your friends, and turn everybody against you to put that pressure on you to break no contact so that you will run back to him and beg him to stop the smear campaign, beg him to stop the bullying, beg him to stop his new woman side chick from stalking you and taunting you. He's going to apply pressure so that you break no contact and continue to allow him to sleep with you and downgrade you, demote you to the side chick position while he rubs his new relationship in your face. Now, when you don't accept that, and sometimes you got sirens. When you refuse to accept him, you don't take him back, you block him, his family, and sometimes you even have to go to the police and get a restraining order, you have just served him the biggest narc injury ever. Because his history of relationships have been relying on toxic codependence and narcissistic. All his partners tolerate and the cheating. They allow him to recycle. They recycle him. They cheat. They're back and forth. He's not used to someone saying, no, once is one time enough. I'm done. I don't ever want to see you again. I'm moving on. And that's where the intensive bullying, stalking, and harassment comes in, because he was not banking on you to cut him off permanently. All his exes never cut him off permanently. So the ideal victim is the toxic codependent and narcissist that will be compliant with having an open relationship, with being, keeping up with the drama, going tit for tat. They'll cheat back on the narcissist. The empath will not tolerate it. The empath will not turn themselves into the ideal victim to appease the narcissist. The narcissist becomes furious, and that's where he will bully you, and he will pull his alliance of people into the picture to get them to bully you, to submit into turning into the ideal victim. And this is why we got to get the police involved, because this is where they turn extremely dangerous. Okay, so I've just broken down the love bombing, devalue, discard, the 3 components of an abuse cycle of a narcissist. I just tried to explain it more into detail. Okay, so if this sounds familiar, let's talk about it in the comment section, guys. I want you to have a blessed evening. This has been a Spiritual Whistleblower. Until the next video.